All right, so I've had a few people inquire about how I do my asteroids and meteors and stuff and space paintings. So I'm just going to quick demonstrate that on scrap paper here. This is an old painting that I'm not working on anymore. Main thing I use for my meteors and whatnot, I use this rubber spatula. It actually has two sides to it, a wide side and a smaller side. I tend to use the wide side more so for big mountainscapes and stuff like that, and the smaller side for other stuff, for detail work, but I'll just show you. The colors I'm going to be using are simple. I got black, I got brown, I got white. I also have one of those cheap Walmart whites. This is like the 98-cent white that you got to spray the whole can just to get a little bit of actual color. So I use that as well. So we're just going to pretend this is a space scene. Actually, I'm just going to throw some stars on it even to make that kind of space feel to it, you know. Space has stars. What I usually do then is I'll figure out the path that I want my asteroids belt to go. And it's usually on a swoosh this way because I don't know, I'm inclined to go that way. So I'm just going to do that again. Just coming from usually wherever the center of the light is. But it can kind of come from anywhere. It can come from behind a planet or whatever. So I'm going to use that light white to kind of make a path for it real quick. You know, just a path. Simple path coming from wherever the source is to wherever you want it to go. Now that I got my path, I'm going to go ahead and grab my black. And I usually spray on some scrap paper or whatever I have on the side, magazine paper. I'm just going to spray on that. And I'm going to start building my asteroids. I'm just going to put some blobs down. Asteroids are varying sizes and shapes, so I want them to vary. I want them to look kind of sporadic, so I'm not thinking too much about placement because I want them to be kind of odd. And then some places that I think there should be big ones, I'll add some bigger ones. So I'm starting with the black blobs. Again, this is going back into wherever my source is or wherever it's coming from, so don't want to forget those areas as well. I'm going to pretend my light source is going to be in this area. So again, I'm just making little blobs with the spatula, the rubber spatula. I like the rubber spatula because it doesn't pick up as much paint. It blends paint better, and it doesn't scrape off too much paint like the metal ones that I use sometimes. So I've added the basic layers to them. I want this to be kind of three-dimensional and sometimes realistic. I'll add brown or I'll add gray to it. So I'm going to go ahead and add some brown. Won't be a lot, just a little bit, mostly in the middle ground, but really it can be honestly wherever you want it to be, because guess what, it's your painting. You can do what you want. If I feel like I'm adding too much brown, I'll just go back and add some more black to it. Like here, blend it. I usually add the brown when I'm doing like more earthscapes and like floating world sort of stuff, so it makes sense to have the brown. If it's just more rocks in space or moons, then I'll add the gray instead of the brown. It's really your prerogative, your preference. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and add some highlights, which is the white. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the edge of the spatula, put that in the paint, and I'm going to highlight wherever my light source is coming from. So again, I imagine that my light source is coming from this area, you know, over here is my light. And, I can even make a little star there. I have my light source, right? add some more highlights. I don't even remember why I started doing these. I just wanted to add something unique to a painting once. And I don't remember if I saw some asteroids in the painting and I wondered how they did it, or maybe I saw a photo of a space scene or an asteroid scene from a movie. I'm not really sure, honestly. But something made me decide, you know, I'm just gonna try to do some asteroids, and I don't want them to be too complicated. I want them to be kind of simple. So what can I do to make them that way? This is a simple thing that I think is pretty simple that I do, then adds a really nice effect to a bunch of paintings. You don't have to highlight all of them, you know. That should be good. And as you can see, I'll get a little bit closer. Just made that real quick and easy. I hope that makes sense to you, and hopefully you can utilize that technique to pizzazz and dazz up your paintings as well.